Now this one actually combines two statements. You want this one, Elena? This is the one that you read. Anything you can play with can be your friend. Elena thinks it's true. Anything that you can play with can be your friend. Do you agree, Genevieve? You don't? Did you say what?
Because my mom's my friend and she's not a toy or anything.
You don't play with her?
No. I do, but she's not a toy.
But she's not a toy. So, are you saying that a toy cannot be a friend? Or
It can be both.
a toy?
Sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's not.
A toy. Did everybody hear what Genevieve said? She's talking about the difference between humans, like her mom, and a thing, like a toy. She says a toy sometimes can be your friend and sometimes not. Elena, do you want to say more?
I teach my mind.
Could you say that a little louder?
I change my mind.
You changed your mind. Okay. Tell us how you changed your mind and what happened to make you change your mind.
Because my sister's not a toy, but she's my friend.
Okay. But now remember the statement is anything that you can play with can be your friend. Sarah?
False.
False. Could you give us a reason?
Because how can you play games with them? They don't know how to move, and how can you even talk to them if they don't have a mouth? If they don't have a mouth for it.
Oh, okay. So you're disagreeing with Genevieve because she's saying that a toy can be a friend sometimes. Do you want to? She's saying both, but Sarah is saying. I think Sarah is saying that it has to be alive, right? Or a person. Is that right, Sarah? Sophie, you want to agree or disagree?
I agree with Genevieve.
You agree with Genevieve that it's both. Sometimes a friend, sometimes not a friend. But Sarah is saying only things which can move. Other opinions on this? Elisha? Want to talk about it?
I agree with Genevieve.
You agree that a toy can be a friend. Genevieve seems to be saying that sometimes a toy, you can look at a toy as a friend and sometimes just a thing. Is that right? Okay. Yeah? Brandon?
I agree with Genevieve because I watched the show called Ugly Martians and they come out as toys and I like them as a friend.
But what about those toys? Do they move and have mouths and talk?
Only if I wind them up, they start to move.
Oh, you actually have these toys. It's not toys that you watch on TV. So you have these toys that you can make, you can wind them up, and they'll say things. Sarah, is that a good enough reason for you to change your mind, or are you going to stick with your? You're going to stick with your opinion. Sarah's sticking with her opinion that only living things can be really friends. Maybe we mean a different thing by friends, right? Sarah is meaning one thing and Genevieve is meaning another. Mason?
Well, I agree with Sarah because I have toys, but well, I don't really play with one of my toys that much, but my toy doesn't play. So I here is I play with my toys, but they don't play with me.
Ah, so it's not both ways.
Yeah, it's just fun.
So you're agreeing with Sarah that friendship means that you can go back and forth. So what about Brandon's example of the mechanical toy that you can wind up? Do you think it's a good example?
I think I disagree with that.
You don't think it's a good example? Brandon, what about this idea that Mason is saying? He's saying that that the mechanical toy can't be a friend even though it's moving, because friends are reciprocal. They act on each other, they talk to each other, or they play to each other, or whatever.
My toy talks to me because it could talk. And sometimes I make it play with me because I could make it, because I wind it up and it starts playing.
Joey? You want to say something? Peter?
I like your comment, Nicole.
You're agreeing with Genevieve. Could you give a reason?
Because I got this toy, but like goes with a motorcycle and a person can on a motorcycle, and like you can move on the motorcycle.
So you're kind of agreeing with Brandon that if the toy moves, that it's a friend.
Moved on its motorcycle, like goes the river.
Sarah? What do you think? What do you think about all these reasons? You still think that we limit the idea of friendship, that we can play with stuff and we can maybe pretend that they're alive, but then we can only really be friends with alive. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. So that's where we are, huh? We're not in complete agreement. We thought some about what friends are and about play. And I'm still amazed that you guys don't make any distinction between play and work. I'm going to ask you to come over and clean my house tomorrow.
No!
Because it'll just be play for you.
Yes,
They love cleaning the table.
Yes. I will.
Can all come and wash the